Well, Chase Meidroth went 1 for 4 today, scored a couple of runs, and provided some steady defense as he splits time between short and second base. I sat down with the confident rookie, who's part of a young core, giving long-suffering Sox fans some hope for the future. What's it been like getting thrown right into the deep end of the pool? I mean, you've definitely been swimming more than sinking, flirting with hitting 300. What's behind that confidence that has allowed you to look like you belong here in the big leagues?
I think you just show up every day and you try to win a baseball game. You don't try not, to look at your own numbers, and as much as you do that, and as much as the team's having success, is you'll look back at the end of the year and be like, oh, I did pretty well this year.
When you went from the Red Sox to the White Sox with that trade back in December with the Garrett Crochet deal, what was your first thought, thinking you're coming to this franchise that was in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, particularly last season, historically bad?
I really didn't know. I was really excited for the opportunity, and obviously blessed to be, part of it. So I was really excited to get over here. I didn't know what it was like, and I didn't have any expectations. But I'm having fun. We got a really good group of guys in there, and I look forward to showing up every day at the park to win a game.
And having Kyle Teal on this ride with you, who came along with you in that deal with Boston, and some of the other young players like Tim Elko and the young talent, have you guys kind of bonded together and like, hey, we're going to grow and get through this thing together?
100%, yeah. It's a long year every year you show up, but there's a lot of really good guys in that clubhouse, again, even more than those two. But those two I've really gravitated towards, just being in Charlotte to start the year with both of them. But you just take it day by day and try to win pitch by pitch, and it's really easy, bouncing ideas off those guys, competing every day with those guys. And Teal especially, I was with him last year, and he's a baseball rat, and we both love the game, so it's easy to show up and compete every day with a guy like that.
And speaking of bounces, sorry to bring it up, but I go back to that night in Kansas City back in May, the unfortunate bounce off the dome, but you took it in stride and you met it head on and used it as a learning experience, didn't you?
Yeah, obviously I didn't plan for that to happen. That's part of it. Errors are going to happen, but you just you show up the next day and show up and win a game the next day.
What's the funniest comment you read on social media or text you got after that thing went viral?
It's probably from my friends. All my friends back home sent me it, and I love all those guys. They're all playing baseball, in the minor leagues right now, and so
they let you have it a little bit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you this is one of those things where it's like it's a really hard game, but you gotta take it with lightheartedly and show up the next day and win. And you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, and so that wasn't that was definitely a down, but it's okay. The rest of the season has been pretty fun, and yeah, we've had a good time here.
Being a Southern California kid, how are you getting used to the south side of Chicago?
Well, it's nice. The weather is starting to warm up a little bit, so it's nice. I love the heat, but it's been amazing here. Chicago's awesome. It's a great city. I love playing here.
And what do you think it's going to feel like to be a part of this group that gets this thing turned around for the White Sox?
I'm really excited. It's one of those things where the feeling at the end of the tunnel is going to be worth it because of the strides that we put in now.